Hello, dear viewers. Thank you for joining me for your daily tarot reading. I ask you to choose the stone that calls to you, that draws you, and we'll begin. For those of you who chose the orange stone with the sparkles, we have the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the King of Wands. All right, no major arcana, so probably not having to do with big issues or anything like that, but perhaps some aspects of your day or this part of your week. We have the Ten of Cups, which is good news. It's saying, there's basically things are all right on the home front. Things are okay. Things are fine in a basic emotional security kind of way, like family or people you consider family know they can count on each other. That doesn't mean the entire extended family, but with the people closest to you. The Ten of Cups is a lovely card. It is something of a compliment too, because that means you're contributing to that. And then we have the King of Wands, who is purposeful, mature, fiery sometimes, but in a mature way. We have the Eight of Swords. That's about feeling a little trapped. Things may be generally just fine and good, but there may be something that you would like to see changed, or something you would like to be able to do, a move you would like to be able to make, but you sort of feel like you can't. And that can be your thoughts that are holding you back, but it can also be that you've made some decisions that are fine. It just would require a plan to get rid of each sword to move forward. This woman, though, if she starts unwinding the ties, or even moving it all, they'll just fall right off. She's not tightly bound or anything, and she can take the blindfold off to see things more clearly. A lot of times the advice with that card is to maybe look a little bit at if something is bothering you, or if there's something you feel kind of trapped by. Maybe look at it, and you might change your perspective, or you might find a way around it. But really, these are good cards. It's saying things are basically all right, emotionally just fine. And the King of Wands is wonderful, mature, purposeful energy. You are holding fast to your main priority. So these are good cards. This might be a very pleasant time, actually, today. All right. For those of you who chose the gray stone, we have the Moon, we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Three of Cups. All right. Well, the Moon is all about mystery, intuition, needing your intuition, but also a strong intuition. It's sort of being led by that instead of clear sunlight. You can't see things real clearly. But that's good. The intuition is good. It's amazing how, especially if we're feeling a little overburdened, or there's so many things on our mind that we want to address or take care of today, or, deal with at this time in our life. There may be so many purposes, so many goals, so many things that we're even feeling overburdened. That can make it very difficult to know, how should I spend my day? How should I spend my time? Well, there are so many things you could do, but the Moon will guide you. That intuition, if this reading is saying your intuition is good and will guide you to thinking about what it is you do need to do. And you just need to see the next step. Under moonlight, you're not going to see the far end of the road there. You just need to see the next step. And the Three of Cups, that's about some celebration. So that's a nice moment. I wonder if that's a nice interaction you have with friends or people who care about. But that's nice. That's a celebration, or it just feels like celebrating something. We can start the day feeling like a little overburdened, and then something changes and shifts, and all of a sudden the day is completely different than what we thought it was going to be. So I think if you're led by your intuition, you're going to have a good day. For those of you who chose the white stone, we have the Hanged Man, the Death card, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so the Hanged Man, some sort of delay, but you don't have to fight it. You can just hang there and wait. The Death card, with this Hanged Man and the Nine of Wands, I'm thinking you might be just about over something. You might be feeling like it might be an internal, I know something's done. I'm done with something. It can be, I am really done with something too. But it may not be time to act with the Hanged Man. So it may be sort of a, being done with something that's been embattling you or giving you a hard time. Yeah, it can be a pattern. It can be a relationship. It can be a way of interacting in that relationship. It can be something that has just been very, something to do with your goals, your purposes. So really, there may be something you're just feeling like, okay, I'm done with this, and that's all right. The 10 is almost here. The 9 is here, saying this person has had battles. Don't have to necessarily be big battles, but they've had battles. They've accomplished things in spite of it. They remain standing. They're a little weary of it all. They're holding the 9th wand. They're ready. So the 10th is a completion card. The 10 is okay. That's enough of that. So there may be something, especially, but there's no hurry in taking an action. In fact, it's all right to delay and to see things from a different perspective, perhaps. Even if there is something in your life that you really are starting to feel like, okay, I think I probably am done with that. It's okay to, look at things in a different way. Also, the 9 of Wands, to just see what it is you decide to do about it. The 9 of Wands is also about being guarded. So maybe we're going to have an end to feeling guarded. Like this 9 of Wands person is like, oh gosh, what next? And maybe you're coming into a new place where you feel more in charge of your life. And you don't have to be guarded for, what's next? Because you feel like you're very actively taking leadership. But necessary sometimes to sort of hang out for a while until you get clarity about what you're going to do. So that can be about some area of your life, but definitely new change will be coming in when you have clarity about it, right? For those of you who chose the green spotted stone, we have the 5 of Cups, we have the 4 of Wands, we have the 8 of Coins. So these are minor arcana, not a huge deal then, and that's all right. The 5 of Cups is about regret sometimes or disappointments that may have happened. Minor, we don't have any major arcana here, probably minor ones, but sometimes you have things that just aren't working out the way you'd like them to work out. They're just, it's frustrating once in a while, right? Or you feel like, or you feel a little disappointed, like I didn't get this, I did this wrong, or I made that wrong decision, or what have you. Regrets. The 5 of Cups is always about, please don't dwell on that stuff, your perceived disappointments, whether, others would say yes, agree with you or not, and say you're just being too down on yourself. Don't dwell on that stuff. Turn around and look at the 2 cups that are standing. That's what that is. Because we're all learning. 8 of Coins. We're all learning. That's all we can do. You're obviously very productive in your learning. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're producing greater security. Maybe this is a day where you sure get a lot done. And it feels good. And then we have the 4 of Wands, which is a nice time in your home environment. So I really think that it's like Spirit is saying, wait a minute, there's a new atmosphere coming into your home environment. There's a new pleasantness, a new, even maybe good time coming in. And please look at that, and look at the 2 of Cups, and let's not worry about any disappointments or the past today. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you having lots of wonderful energy to be productive, and then having some really pleasant event or change in the atmosphere, change in your home. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much. I hope you have a terrific day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.